having a relationship with a human and a horse. It sounds irrational, but how can that possibly spill over into everyday life?
Welcome to Whispering Grace Horses. This is a story that I've been wanting to tell for quite a long time, and I'm going to give you a chance to meet the people who created Whispering Grace, Bill and Marcia Shearer.
Horses don't care about tomorrow. You walk into a horse's stall, they can tell whether you've had a good day or a bad day. They can tell whether you want to be with them or whether you don't.
So what happens when someone comes? Let's talk a little bit about that.
We have people that come to us, families that come to us, and for the purpose of, would you work with my daughter? And so we work with their daughter for a couple weeks, and then we come back in from working with the daughter, and that mom or dad's in the stall with the horses, petting on horses. And now all of a sudden, can I volunteer out here? Do you think I can volunteer out here?
I have to ask you, how did you get to this place?
Both of us grew up with horses. I became a head basketball coach and a principal, and Marcia was a kindergarten teacher, and the horses kind of took a back seat. And then we got back into horses here about 5 years ago, and wow, did we get back into them. It's just developed into now. We started out with 2 families in 2012, and now we're approaching over 200 families.
Marcia, you can give me an example of a story that was a success story that, you know, everybody would want to hear about.
One of our first students, actually, that came out to the barn, he was having relationship issues at home. He started working with the horses. The horses made him able to relate to others. So he was spending more time with his family, more time with his grandparents, more time with his friends, and he ended up being a session leader for us.
People have found us for some reason. I know that WHBC has been a part of this because with Joe Palmisano and Gary Rivers, and now we've made the clean sweep with Pam Cook being out here. But from the very beginning, people have come to us. We haven't advertised anywhere. We do have a website, but it's been an amazing trip. And we're going to throw out a challenge to Pam Cook about coming out here, separate of being on a broadcast.
Absolutely.
That's a wonderful idea. Absolutely a wonderful. Do people come that are afraid?
All the time. Asked Joe Palmisano if he was afraid, but he warmed up to Doc. I think people come all the time being very, very afraid of horses. You know, some of them say, we have some huge problems in our life, big, strong, powerful problems. So what do? We put them in front of a huge, big, strong, powerful animal, and they form a relationship they never dreamed could happen.
We were talking about volunteers and staff members, and now you have all these families, and so you have some help. I want you to introduce to our audience who we have here.
This is TORI Belden. TORI has been with us from the very onset of Whispering Grace Horses.
Even influenced my career decision. So beforehand, I didn't quite know what I wanted to do, but after working here for so long, I've discovered that school counseling is ultimately what I want to do for the rest of my life.
This is HALEIGH GUERRA, and she is a sophomore at Otterbein University.
The reason you come here is to find a second family. You have your home, you have your own family, but sometimes it's not where you need to be. Sometimes you need someone outside that, and every time you come here, there's at least someone, even if it's just a horse that wants to be your friend, you have a new family every time you come.
I think the biggest thing for coming here is that when you come in that door, you're going to feel wanted and loved every single time. We want those session leaders to have those kids feeling like they can't wait to get into the barn, or the adult waiting to get into the barn. And of course, the fact that it's free, no charge. That's a great thing.
Well, I thank you guys so much, and I'm glad you were nominated for Share the Good Stark County. And we, again, appreciate all that you do for the community.
Well, we thank you for the ability to have you take time out of WHBC schedule to be with us. We thank you very much, Pam. We listen to you every morning.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Share the Good, Stark County, brought to you by the Canton Regional Chamber of Commerce and News Talk 1480, WHBC.